What's up, guys? Welcome back to Actually Sports. Welcome back to Actually Sports once again. Today is Friday evening, and hey, we'll be looking at the weekend's Premier League matches. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be very tough matches coming on in the weekends after last weekend FA Cup Praha and yesterday during the midweek we will also have EFL Cup fixtures. So Chelsea nailing it down against Tottenham, and yesterday Arsenal drawing against Liverpool. And hey, you know how we do it. Today is Friday, tomorrow is weekend. So we look at the build up to weekends Premier League, especially the tough matches coming on. Manchester City versus Chelsea, Aston Villa versus Manchester United, and Tottenham versus Arsenal. This is a match. These matches are all tough going into the weekend. We all saw what happened to United in the FA Cup during the weekend against Aston Villa. Aston Villa showed them that they are not going to get it easy in the Villa Park. They are not going to get it easy in the Villa Park. So I will be joined with most of my colleagues, my panelists, Manchester United fan, City fan, and also Arsenal fan later on in the game. So let's see what is going to happen. What is going to happen in this weekend? This weekend fixtures, Premier League is the most heated league in the whole world currently, and Chelsea have been able to call back Kennedy because of their left back situation. Several calls have been made through to Emerson, but Lyon refused and said Emerson is not going anywhere until the season end. And believe it or not, this is something that you should not miss this weekend. So we think it's for a football fan, you need to be entertained. You need to be aware of the matches coming on. So we'll be able to digest it to you. We'll be able to digest everything to you so that you will know your favorite teams, how they will be able to fare in the fixtures, how they will be able to do well in the fixtures. And remember to also keep your comments coming on. Your suggestions are most welcome here in the channel. So guys, first of all, let me take you through the fixtures of the weekend Premier League fixtures at the moment. At the moment, let me take you through the fixtures of weekend Premier League fixtures. On Saturday first match will be Manchester City versus Chelsea. Manchester City versus Chelsea. And as you all know, Burnley Leicester own has been postponed. Burnley Leicester own has been postponed, and Newcastle United Watford, Newcastle United versus Watford, and Norwich City versus Everton, Norwich City versus Everton, and also Wolves versus Southampton is going to. This is going to also be a tough match in the weekend. So these are and the last game of Saturday will be Aston Villa versus Manchester United. Aston Villa versus Manchester United. This is a game that everyone is expecting to see. Everyone is expecting to, because the way Aston Villa showed United football in the weekend, in last weekend FA Cup was absolutely buzzing. So I'll be joined with Eddie is already here. Let me add him to the so Eddie is already here. Let me add him. Let's see. So Eddie, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you very much. Eddie
Glad
is
to be
Manchester United fan, as you can see. So I'm just taking them through the weekend fixtures. So Sunday we will have Liverpool versus Brentford. Liverpool versus Brentford. You all know the first leg in the Brentford's Community Stadium. It was something very difficult for Liverpool. Liverpool ended up 3-3 draw and get a point out of Brentford in the Brentford Community Stadium. Another one coming from you is West Ham on Sunday, West Ham United versus Leeds United. And the Super Sunday fixture, London Derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal. Tottenham versus Arsenal is also coming on Sunday. What a fixtures these are. And also, if you just join us, remember to keep your comments coming. My panelists will join me, another one will join me, and also we have City fans who will be joining us to delegate this thing. It's going to be interesting, it's going to be fun because this one, everyone is going to speak for his team, everyone is going to speak for his team. So it's going to be very interesting. So I have Raleigh Taylor here saying hello, good afternoon, or good evening from the UK. Thank you very much, Raleigh. How are you doing? Raleigh is my main man. He has a channel, and the channel name is Chelsea FC and Grantham TV Taylor. So you can also be part of the channel, his community, and all that. So, guys, build up to the weekend Premier League fixtures. There are tough matches coming on, to be frank, a lot of tough matches coming on, and we are not going to leave any stone turned down. So I want everyone will be talking for the team. We're still waiting for most of my guys to come to join. Sami is still to join us, and hey, this is going to be exciting. You remember, this is first time ever we are doing this thing. This is our first time ever we are coming together to talk about our various clubs or to talk about Premier League build up. So it's going to be exciting, and you should also be part of the discussion by giving us your comments and your thoughts, what you think about the weekend matches and all that. Hey, Eddie, welcome back. Welcome to Ashley Sports. Yesterday, I watched the Arsenal, Liverpool Arsenal game with you, and it was a fabulous game. Arsenal show us, and it was a lot of surprises. Is this something we'll be looking into the weekend's fixtures? Will there be surprises like that?
Well, of course, this weekend is full of surprises because it's been a very long time since we experienced, how do you call it, these EPL games. So all this it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. You should expect some like a beautiful game.
So we should expect a beautiful game this weekend.
Because
A-
this time around, teams are fighting. Others are fighting to maintain their spot in the top four. Others are also fighting to maintain their position in the league. Others are also fight like a lot is happening. Because you can see the transfer is already happening. So a lot will be
yeah,
happening. A lot will be happening. You should
a
expect.
lot, a lot to be happening. As we all know, Chelsea have called back. Chelsea have called back. What's his name? Kennedy. Kennedy. Chelsea have called back Kennedy. So now Lucas Dean have gone to Aston Villa, and already Aston Villa have signed two players in the transfer in this January. They've got Coutinho, a loan from Barcelona, and also now they've gotten Lucas Dean of Everton, the left back player, and it's going to be exciting the weekend because they are going to be playing against United, and they saw that United was you saw the weekend FA Cup how they play United in Old Trafford. United was very fumbling in that game, even though they won it by a goal to nil. It's something that I think this weekend is going to be very, very, very tough game for United because Aston Villa will frustrate United in the Villa Park. Or don't you think so?
Oh, they'll also their class in the game. But as you all know, United is a team of caliber. If we get the chance, we won't squander our chances. We will definitely make good use of it. But this time around, we see our main man, Cristiano Ronaldo, is not happy with the position and how things are happening in the club. So before the else, they're aiming for top three. And still, United should be in the top three. So I think the players will have this mentality of winning the game because This time around, if you mess up with your games, like that's the second half of the season. But if you start messing up with your matches and other things, I don't think you 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 you'll be happy with the position that you'll be at the end of the season. So
Okay.
United will be playing out. They'll be doing their best.
So United will be doing their best. But hey, Cristiano Ronaldo is not happy with what position he's striking for United, and we know him as typical striker. Why? What happened? Why is he not happy? You are a United fan. You know inside more than us, so that's why I'm asking you this question.
All right. So as we all know, Ronaldo is such a player who he doesn't want failure around him. You understand? Or any club he goes, all that he wants is like either the best or among the best.
Okay.
Either they are fighting for the title, if not fighting for the title, that you should count him up because you could see what he did in Real Madrid, he did in Juventus, and before even his history in Manchester United even speak for himself. So when this, like such things happen, he's not happy with it. So
Okay.
he's a world class player. So you know this type of people when things are not going like the way they want it, they become frustrated.
So when
Uh-huh.
things are not going the
United,
way they
United is not a club to be like by eighth position or seventh position. The league title. They should be like either no, if not first, probably second, third. It's okay, but to be somewhere around seventh, eighth position, that no. So that's why
but
that
we all know that United have issues in the early stage of the game. Just like Arsenal, Arsenal too was having the same issues in the early stage of the games. But then hey, they were able they were able to come back strongly and they are now fourth of the league table and we hope Arsenal will be able to get into the top four. But United, since the beginning, you have your first match, you won it by a VAR margin. That was 5 goals to 1. So they said no, it was because of the coach, because United have the uh, world class players, yet they are not performing. They allow Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to go. All of us were against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because when it comes to attack, United has the best attack in the Premier League, but they are unable to win games and also to win some games they were supposed to. They sacked Oli and brought in Iranik, and it's still the same thing. So if see Ronaldo is not happy, are you blaming the coach or you are blaming the entire team or you are blaming him because he's part of the team? Three coaches and just for a short period, three coaches because the assistant after Oligo, the assistant coach that is Carrick. Carrick took about 3 games or 4 games and it was all good for them. So they changed to Ranik again and Ranik just lost only one match in this in build up to his like his games. And right now, I don't know why exactly Cristiano Ronaldo is not happy. So the problem is it from the coach, is it from players, or is from the board?
Oh, all right. At this point in time, I would say it's from the players because you see three coaches so far, and still things are the same as it is. So this at this point in time, I personally as a United fan, I would say it's from the players. For these players, they don't have this winning mentality. But you could see them losing possession. So it's like they don't even care. They don't even run. They don't even run to defend. You see them walking on the pitch anyhow, doing like as if there is nothing wrong in the club. But meanwhile, there is something going on. They don't because you could see those days like the likes of Rooney and those time. You could see
Mhm,
them doing anything for the club. It's not easy to put on like the United shirt. It's
mhm.
even a privilege to put on the United shirt. So for you to be in the United States, you should do everything for the club. But this time around, you could see that they will lose body. Hmm.
So unlike to be frank, because Chelsea was always uh So Sami Afri said, "Well done, Achille Sports." So he will join. I think he will join us very soon. Sami will join us very soon. So the link is on the WhatsApp group. I think he will join us soon. So to be frank, they are the coach. Most of some people are also complaining about the coach formation. United coach formation, Ranick formation is not.
That 4-2-2-2 he has been playing.
Mhm.
That, frankly speaking, that formation finally pass anything.
Why will it
How,
funny you? That's the
how,
currently, like for me, the first match he played, like the league match, the first league match he played with the 4-2-2, you could see how United score a lot of goals in that game. And you could see the zeal to win that particular game. But after that, you look at the game against Wolves. It's like the players didn't want to play like play again, or the players were having like I don't need to do this for myself, or I don't need to do. And Wolves ended up winning against United in Old Trafford. Look at against Aston Villa again. The Aston Villa just showed class against United. It was just all class against United. And right now, you won a goal to nil in Old Trafford against Aston Villa. Right now, you are traveling this weekend to Villa Park to face them again. It's just not going to be easy. Even though Cristiano Ronaldo didn't play in that match, he'll be looking forward to make a difference in Villa Park. And also, you could see this guy. I don't know whether he also have issues or what. I don't know. I'm talking about Cavani. Cavani played a game. Cavani played a weekend game, right? He didn't
the one we played against Aston Villa.
against Aston Villa. Yes.
He was in the game.
So he was in the game, but what's the name? Your defender was Maguire was no also wasn't there.
Maguire wasn't there. Maguire wasn't there.
Yeah. So it's all going to be very and like for instance, United was expecting like the way Tuchel took Chelsea and everything was glory for us and we're doing perfectly well. They were thinking maybe if Ranick also picked the club, it's going to be like that. But hey, you could see like Chelsea players, they were already like Lampard organized the team very well, but it was just the experience Lampard didn't get. And we see ourselves losing to some teams, and the club teammate right that they need to let an experienced manager come in. And when Tuchel came in, he changed the formation because Lampard was always playing four back. So Tuchel changed the formation to three back after assessing the game. First game was good. We didn't win, but we didn't also lose. It was goalless draw. And hey, he when he joined, then he was able to manage the game perfectly for Chelsea. And now he's doing perfectly well up till date because for about 64 games played, he only lost eight. You see the difference. 64 games played, Tuchel only lost eight. And United team is full of experienced players, is full of talented players, and their attack is absolutely amazing for like United attack has been like the attack that we cannot even imagine. But look at the talk of Cavani. Cavani is a top-notch striker. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, a battler. He always wants to win trophy. Marshall is not pulling it back again because he's not been in the team for a couple of days because he United want him to go probably, and Sevilla is coming in for him. And you could see Marcus Rashford. Rashford is a top-notch up player. Look at Sancho. Sancho, a marquee signer. They sign him like a lot of this thing.
Money, yeah.
Yes, and you could also see like who else again? Uh, Bruno Fernandes is a midfielder, but he's playing offensive, and he's very last two
Yeah,
seasons he was just the one carrying
McTominay is
United.
there. Fred is
McTominay in the
there.
midfield, Fred is there, Matic is there. You see a lot of touch-not players over
Yeah,
there, but yet I
I've
don't
been
know
talking.
whether they are disrespecting the coaches or they just want the coaches to go their way. I don't know, but this situation is something that is very, very, very. Uh,
Coach also can't go your the coaches can't go your way because the point is the coach is also being appointed to do his job. He is the one to give you the instructions to go on the pitch, to do whatever he tells you to do.
yeah.
You understand?
Hmm.
So you can't say so if you don't want to go by the route of the coach, then there's no sense of appointing a coach.
Oh, okay,
So
I understand.
it's very necessary to go by the rules of the coach. The coach should like it seems that 4-2-2 is like he's playing, it's not working. So I think he should change that format. I personally don't agree with that formation he's playing. That 4-2-2 is playing. It's not.
The 4-2-2 is not. You are not agreeing to it.
I'm not agreeing
Right.
to it. So he should change. Even if he can work things out, but at the point at this moment, no, that formation is not
No,
working.
but you should also remember he's not just coming in to take over. He's coming in to take like for some period of time then before United will get a coach. You see, so just like I think that's the main reason why the coaches, the players are not respecting his decision. What sometimes you need to also understand the coaches. Maybe when he assessed the team, he thought maybe the 4-2-2-2 would have given the like the options to use with the players. So if they are not respecting the formation, if they don't have the winning mentality, if they are not taking like orders from the coach, there's no way like it will work for the coach, even if he changed formation. You get
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
But
yeah.
hey, he can change formation and it will change perfect. I'm not making decisions for the coach or for United, but he can also change formation and it will work perfectly for
But what
both of them.
the players should also have the winning mentality. They should have this.
So
They should. Ah,
so we have another one and we have fantastic Arsenal. So welcome to Achilles Sports. We're just discussing about the situation right now with Arsenal, and we thought it wise that at least is something that we should be concerned because United is playing Aston Villa in the Villa Park, and we all saw them the way they played in the FA Cup. Villa showed them that they go when they come to Villa Park, it's going to be very difficult for them.
Manchester United currently don't have a style of play. They just play according to what's available.
Mhm.
The unity and then the gameplay is not there again. So you
Yeah,
could see that when they played against Aston Villa were able to play out Manchester United as if they are from a division club.
exactly.
Even though Manchester United was able to win the game, they were able to win the game, but they were not able to pull out their best, which was very disappointing because we know Gerald is building something for Aston Villa,
Yeah,
which is very good because no matter what they do, at the end of it, you will see their game and appreciate their performance.
exactly.
But currently, the way United is playing, they don't have an identity. They lack identity. That's the only thing United is lacking now because they have everything. They have an experienced coach. They also have experienced players, but they lack identity right now. So I think if they are to play Villa in their home, it's going to be difficult for them. So I don't know whether they will come out with a new formation or they might try to bring in some fresh legs to boost them up. But Manchester United, sorry, Eddie, to say you guys will find it very difficult at Aston Villa's home.
Eddie is saying
yeah,
about the formation that the coach formation.
we could even say that in the late minute of our FA Cup against them. Because after
Yeah.
United getting Not getting the early goal. They were so relaxed as if they are playing against, sorry to say, Norwich City. But, but, but meanwhile, we play against Aston Villa, and the Aston Villa is not like an easy club. They could pull out a surprise at any point in time. So, ah,
it it wasn't that Manchester United were relaxed. To be
No.
honest, they were playing their best.
Hmm.
It wasn't that when they got the early goal they were relaxed. You could see from their past two games. That's just how they play. And then the formation also affects the team in a way that you play pressing football. You press up the defense, not knowing when you press up with that 4-2-2-2, it will affect you because four players will press up only maybe four defenders, and then midfield they have defensive midfielders and midfielders attacking midfielders. As soon as they pass the ball cross, you guys are open up. So that formation is not something that is working for you. I don't know how he's going to do it, but if he's able to move into the diamond formation you guys are used to, then it will help. At least if Bruno or Van der Beek is in the middle supporting the two strikers, then that would be very good for you guys. But currently, if you are playing pressing football, it's like you guys are playing four attackers, two defensive midfielders, and then four defense. So
Yeah.
that exposes the midfield a lot. So if you are playing with a team that works with midfield, then you guys are just open up. Or if you are playing a team that plays counter attack, then you guys are very exposed to be threatened all the time.
So, Eddie, you understand that this game for me is going to be very, 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 very tough.
it's going to be very tough. It's going to be very tough. But I won't be surprised if United loses the game. But all the best. We go in for
Oh,
all
so
the three points. We are going for
so
all the 3 points. But I
so
won't be
you are
surprised.
already accepting defeat in the weekend.
No, we are not accepting defeat. Don't get me wrong.
Now,
I said
what he said is true. It's not going to be surprised.
it's not going to be a surprise, but we are going
Yeah,
in with the mentality of going to win the game. But if it
yeah.
goes wayward, uh-huh.
If it's going to be wayward. Okay, so we just touch a little bit, even though we'll still come back to United. We will still come back to United for sure. The weekend games, as we already know, the early game is against Manchester Manchester City versus Chelsea is going to be a tough one in the weekend. And also, whilst we are waiting for Sami said he will reach home very soon and he will join the group. So whilst we are waiting for him, another game Liverpool is playing on. Is it on Sunday? Liverpool is also playing on Sunday. And sorry, guys, we haven't had a Liverpool fan who will be able to speak for Liverpool for sure. And we'll get someone at that to get Liverpool into this channel. So let's talk something a little bit about Liverpool. Liverpool playing Brentford because it's going to be very tough in the Anfield. We saw them, even though no one to speak for Liverpool, and we always want the best league games for us before we move into Chelsea, City, and also Arsenal, Tottenham, because those ones are very tough, tough, tough notch games. They are very tough, tough notch games. And also we'll still come back to United game because we have United representative or representer here. So this is a game that the first leg was very tough. 3-3. The Liverpool were able to get 3-3 goals. Like it was a tough match for Liverpool. It was just score and let me also score, score and let me also score. And at the end of the day, it ended 3-3 and points shared in the Brentford Community Stadium. And right now they are playing in Anfield on Sunday. What a match this is going to be. Eddie, what do you think about this match? Your general view about that match?
All right. So with my general view concerning
Liverpool,
Brentford playing
Brentford.
against Liverpool against Brentford.
Yeah.
Ah, now yesterday they made it clear that Liverpool Yeah, the biggest game at Liverpool is only Sadio Mane and Salah
Uh-huh.
because ah they couldn't even you couldn't even see any of the players like either Minamino, Firmino or that all these other players that we played them. You couldn't see them even running into the 18 yard box because if it was Salah or Sadio Mane, you could see Alexander Arnold making the crossing. Then these people will run into the 18 yard box for like to make at least something out of it.
Yeah.
But like nothing of such sort happened. They were just it was even them they would just run forward and they would run backwards. It was like so if they are not careful, I think they are going to lose against Brentford because Brentford, you see Brentford what they've been doing. They didn't come in the Premier League just to be part of it. But they came to stay, they came to win also fight for the title as well. So if Liverpool doesn't do anything about their lineup or anything about their play because this Sadio Mane and Salah they are going to be out for until February, maybe middle of February.
That's if they get to the finals.
That's if that's if they get to the final. So this match that they're taking Brentford this weekend, it's going to be a tough match for Jordan Klopp and his boys. It's going to be a tough match for them. It's going to be a long day as it did for them yesterday. Because you could see Arsenal getting a red card and still you couldn't make something out of it. No.
So you think Brentford will get a win in Anfield against Liverpool?
That's if they press harder. If they press harder, they will. I think I don't see Liverpool making a move visit of.
But okay, so but we'll also see Brentford be fantastic Arsenal. So we also see Brentford this season. They are very good at home, but away is not all that been brilliant for them. And this game, yesterday game, the way Liverpool put out the performance wasn't great, particularly the up front. Minamino, Jota, and Firmino wasn't doing great for Liverpool, and for them to come against Brentford side, which where the points were shared in the the points were shared over there in Brentford Community Stadium. Can Brentford pull out magic again in Anfield against Liverpool?
Brentford don't have anything to lose in this game. They know they are underdogs. So maybe the best result for them will be draw. So why not fight for a win? You
Okay.
understand? Because Brentford so far, they are doing well. When you check their gameplay, you know that they have an identity. They know what they are doing in the field of play. Man City struggled to score them one goal. That was a few weeks ago. So they have an identity. They have what they are doing. Maybe sometimes it doesn't work out for them because they don't have a lot of substitutes like the other big teams. They just have some few regular players that they rotate. So if they are tired, they will not be able to perform like they used to. And currently, we've also seen that Liverpool, they are not pulling out because of these AFCON players they've missed out of the squad.
Yeah.
So Brentford can use this as an opportunity to press harder on them. And you know, when Liverpool lose out a game, they don't want to lose out the next game.
Yeah.
Just like Brentford. Brentford lost few days ago 4-1 to Southampton. So they will not want to lose this one again because it's something that is it has psychological effect on the team.
Effect. Okay.
So they will want to push as hard as they can to be able to get at least a win from this game. And if they are able to do that, that would affect Liverpool match because Liverpool attack is not sharp when they don't have Mane and Salah.
Yeah.
So Brentford can use that as an advantage to push to play high pressing game because they know whatever case Liverpool does, they will not be able to get sharp attack like they used to. So they can use this as at their own advantage to be able to get a win from them. So I think Liverpool will find it very difficult against Brentford this time around, and I think Brentford might get a win.
Yeah, Brentford might get a win. But we shouldn't also forget that Liverpool created a lot of chances in the game against Arsenal. They had about 17 shots and only one on target. And
And don't forget, were playing against 10. They are playing with them against 10 men. So that also
exactly.
affected Arsenal as well. So definitely ball possession, Liverpool will carry everything, and then the attack. When you check the attacking statistics, the game were played on Arsenal's field match.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so it's not something strange. It's not something new, but they'll find it difficult this time around against Brentford.
Very, very, very difficult. Very, very difficult because the last time the intensity in Brentford's community stadium was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And you could see Liverpool score two, they come back and equalize. Liverpool score another one, they came and equalized. If like there were a lot of time, I think Brentford would have go ahead to win that match. But hey, it ended point split on that game and it ended 3-3. And which I think tomorrow on Sunday is going to be whoa, whoa, whoa. It's going to be a lot of I don't even know how to describe it. That's why I just wanted us to get into it, and then we could probably like talk into it more. And Keita today, Keita faced Mane in the African Cup of
Yes,
Nations, and they ended up goalless draw. What a match that was! So Keita, both of them are missing in the Liverpool lineup because
squad.
this
Yeah,
season squad because this season we also saw the Keita in midfield doing very well for Liverpool. And hey, he's one of the underrated team and underrated player in Liverpool. But for me this season, Keita midfield has been absolutely brilliant for them.
yeah. Keita is proving a point in the league because we all knew that this season is the season for him.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
all knew that this should be the season he should prove himself. Last season he wasn't getting a lot of uh, game time because he had a lot of injuries as well. But this season is a season that he is able to prove himself, and this season he has even proven that by scoring goals. His
yeah,
attacking skills has improved. He's no more playing as if he's a defensive midfielder. He
yeah,
rotates just like N'Golo Conte. So he's defensive and then he's attacking, and his attacking is also good. So
mhm,
he's very pivotal for Liverpool this season. And if they are missing him this season in the midfield, definitely it will affect them. But let's not forget about Fabinho. He's doing well.
Firmino.
Fabinho, yeah,
Fabinho, yeah, Fabinho.
Fabinho, yeah.
Uh,
He's doing well in the midfield for them. And even the last game against us, he was able to get a goal. So we shouldn't forget he's also doing well.
yeah, yeah, that's absolutely it's absolutely right. Eddie, your last words on Liverpool Brentford. Your last like your score, like for instance, those so Sami is here, especially those who are betting, those who wants to make money out of this game. What's your analysis for them? Because I know you are very good in predicting. Sami, you just join
Uh,
us. Okay, you still placing his this in well. So let's see. So for those betting, what do you think about this game?
Give out the odds.
The odds.
oh, all right. So to be on the safer side, what you could say Liverpool is lacking scorers, and Brentford will also be hitting harder on Liverpool.
Yeah.
So to be on the safer side, I think you can go for double chance for Liverpool.
Double chance for Liverpool.
Double chance, yeah, double chance for Liverpool.
So it's either win or draw.
It's either win or draw for Liverpool. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think both sides could score goals?
For the goals, that's what I said. To be on the safer side, just go for the double chance.
Okay. Eddie is saying to be on the surface side, you should just be double for Liverpool, either win or draw for Liverpool. Sammy, Sammy, welcome to our Chile Sports. Sammy just joined us, and hey, welcome to our Chile Sports. We're talking about Liverpool Brentford, and the last first leg of the Premier League, it was 3-3 in Brentford Community Stadium. Then it was very intense, if you could remember. And now they are facing each other, and you are joining us as City fan. So Liverpool is playing home, and looking at their performance yesterday against Arsenal without Mane, without Salah. So you can just give us your quick reaction on that game, or your the general information about that game you think before we move to the next season, and your prediction for those who are betting. Before I move to Paddy
Okay,
last
so
Wednesday, we move to next. Yeah.
looking at the Liverpool Brentford game, it's going to be very interesting. And
Okay.
the Liverpool Arsenal game, I was not surprised to see that. You understand? As most of their star players had left. In fact, most of their starting players were not around. So in every team, when sometimes your starting 11 is not regular, it changes the dynamics of the game. So
Okay.
that's what we saw in the Liverpool Arsenal. But coming to Anfield, we all know Anfield is a dangerous ground that nobody goes there and takes it easy. So I'm looking at Liverpool dominating, Liverpool scoring. It's going to be more or less 2-0 win for Liverpool.
2-0 win for Liverpool. Okay. So yesterday we saw Allison too. Allison is back on the post after the COVID situations and all. So most of their players are back, just like Chelsea. Most of the players are coming back. And today, Chelsea news also shows that Christensen is tested positive again, and they call back Kennedy as the left wing back situation because Lucas Dean, Aston Villa signed Lucas Dean. And when you were listening to us, you knew we talked about United, and also United versus Aston Villa in the Villa Park. So your general view over that game before we move to Tottenham, because we are going Arsenal, City, Chelsea is going to be our last, because that's what we pick as the tough game of the week. And so from here, Pandy will give us his thoughts about his last view of the game at Brentford, Liverpool. So for you just give us your thought about Liverpool, Aston Villa versus Manchester United, because right now you could see the weekend they face each other, and Villa taught them how to play football, even though United won and eliminated Villa in the FA Cup. So what's your thought about that game before I move to uh, Pandy?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to give a shout out to Pandy.
Well,
Ah,
so
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, so for the United Aston Villa game, in fact, we all seen what Aston Villa can do. We have seen what Gerrard is doing with the team.
Yeah.
If you're not so technical, you don't understand what he's doing. But the guys really improved the team, both depth-wise and tactical-wise. Playing against a team like United, so far we can see that their formation is not working well for them. There's a lot of crisis in the dressing room. But with the quality on the field, they at least they have players who can score goals. So even if they play worse and they get an opportunity to score, they can score. That is the difference. But on a good day for Aston Villa, I'll go for Aston Villa win. But since Aston Villa has not been able to gel up yet, Gerrard has not been able to get his complete team, his dream team yet. It's a United win or draw.
It's a United win or
I
draw.
remember Coutinho is there
Coutinho,
now.
they've already signed Coutinho, and they also signed Lucas Dean of Aston Villa, the
Yeah,
left back. So
yeah,
remember those players if they are going
yes,
to involve.
yes. So talking about Coutinho and Dean, these are players. Coutinho coming from Barca, Dean coming from Everton. They have different dynamics to the game. But though they have experience in the Premier League, it will still take them some time to get acquainted to the team's formation. Every team
Yeah.
has its philosophy and has its tactics. So, for the first games, I'm not going to say they should really look forward to Coutinho. I can see that of Lucas Digne because he has had more. In fact, he just moved from a Premier League side to a Premier League side. But for
Inside,
Coutinho,
yeah.
who came to Barca,
Barcelona.
went to Bayern, back to Barca, and coming back to the Premier League, he will still need more time to figure out the rhythm and everything. So it's a good signing.
Okay. It's a good signing for Aston Villa, and Gerrard is doing perfectly well. For me, the reason why I'm going for Aston Villa is, McGinn, their midfielder is absolutely fantastic, and he's a world-class midfielder. And him combining with Buendia. Buendia is a player that I always rate higher in Aston Villa squad since was the Grealish left. These two guys have stepped up their game. And hey, you could see last season they had a loan. This guy was a Rose Barkley had a loan spell over there, and this guys have been able to bench. And also remember El Ghazi. El Ghazi came on later in the game. And this weekend, I know he's going to start for Aston Villa. It's going to be very difficult for United to get a win in Villa Park, considering the kind of formation and the way they played against United in Stamford, in Old Trafford. It was very much. So I'm moving to fantastic Arsenal. Uh, Peter, your last words for the game Brentford, because we already talked about the United one. Brentford.
Yes.
Uh,
As for Brentford, they will give Liverpool a tough time. They will give them a very difficult game, because what I see is that they have nothing to lose. They are the underdogs.
mhm.
So if they can push through to prove themselves, then they will give Liverpool at least their best resource as draw, and they can fight for a win. So I think it will be a win for Brentford or draw. But Liverpool will find it difficult to get a win against them because they will push harder.
Because they will push harder for sure. So let's see. So your last words, like, so it means that you are going for
I'm going for
for
Brentford.
Brentford.
Yes, Brentford will get the win. Yeah.
Then it's going to be very tough in this is going to be very tough game for
You
this
know,
both.
Brentford lost 4-1 to Southampton.
Mhm.
So losing that game alone is something that will break them down. So for them to recover, then they need to prove themselves by winning against Liverpool, not getting a draw, by getting a win against Liverpool. And if you are able to get a win against a top club, that means that if you are meeting the lesser ones, you have the confidence that you can beat them.
Yeah.
So they will give Liverpool a very hectic game. They will push them through to make sure that they will be able to get a win.
Okay. So now this is what we are we are going to leave it now and go to Arsenal Tottenham. Arsenal Tottenham is a game that every because this is a London derby, and these two
Yes.
clubs, hey, is going to be wild. And for you representing Arsenal, I'm going to begin with you because we don't have a representative of Tottenham here. So
Yes.
I will just your general view about that game.
You know, derbies are always difficult games to play because of the intensity and then the fans. And you also know London rivals, they play with their emotions, especially with Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans play with a lot of emotions when they are in the field of play. You could see that they are pushing their team harder to play as much as they can. If you are not performing, they will let you know that you are not doing well on the pitch. They will not even encourage you to finish the game and then complain. They will just let you know in the game that you are not doing what you are supposed to do. So playing against Tottenham will be something that we are expecting to get a win. And if you also check through the statistics, you could see that apart from losing against getting kicked out of FA, the improvement of Arsenal is just growing gradually. So we are expected to push through to get at least a win with a lot of goals in this game. That's just my general thought on this one.
So a win with a lot of game on this game. So Eddie, this one is not your comfortable zone because we know you to be United fan, but this one is London business. London business. Tottenham versus Arsenal in the Tottenham Community Stadium. So your general view, because there will still be individual this in coming on. So your general view about Arsenal against Tottenham in the Tottenham Sports Stadium.
All right, so this guy, Tottenham, you could say Son is not feeling well. He's injured,
Mhm.
so he won't be partaking in this game. And you know he has been a pivotal. He has been playing a pivotal role in Tottenham success.
Mhm.
So since he's not going to partake in this match, I think it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But my dear brother, the Arsenal fan, just say
Mm.
for them you can't just predict Davis. But for Davis, they could pull out like a surprise at any point in time. You
Yeah.
might say maybe this other opponent is not performing well, so I'll just win over him just like that. But the match will proceed, and then you will see a surprising moment where the team will be like without it, just giving you a tough time. So
Yeah.
in this game, I think ah what we saw, I thought Arsenal playing against Liverpool just showed that Arsenal is prepared to face any of the big clubs.
Mhm.
Because you could see they gave Man City a tough time, they gave Liverpool yesterday a tough time. So I think they're going to give Tottenham a tough time. But all the
So,
way, I see Arsenal going through. Arsenal
so
can
let me
go.
just give you a brief listen before you can. In the first leg in
Mhm.
Arsenal Sports Stadium, Arsenal trashed Tottenham like so many goals, like three to
Yeah.
four goals. I can't remember, but it was so many, like four or three goals. And that was and the era of
No.
Nuno
Yeah.
Desperito. Nuno was in charge of and now Conte, we know he's a fighter. And even since taking Tottenham, when Conte took Tottenham for about 9 games in all competitions, 9 games played, he has been able to win seven, draw one, and lose just the one against Chelsea in the midweek EFL Cup. So Conte is doing an amazing job in Tottenham. But this is derby. It doesn't matter who is going to win or who is on form. Because Arsenal too, for the past games they've been playing, I think they've been doing quite very well. Just that the top clubs, it's been difficult for them to win against the top clubs. But this is derby. As I said, derby is always something. And we also saw them trashing West Ham in the Emirates Sports Stadium. It was also a derby. So this game is going to be pretty tough for a lot of clubs. It's going to be very tough. So do you still think they can pull a magic in Tottenham Sports Stadium, considering the fact that Tottenham, uh, Conte under Tottenham is running this?
Yeah, because you could see Chelsea even just took away over them for in how do you call that? EFL.
EFL. Yes.
Uh-huh. So that's if only they want to take revenge over what just happened to console their fans. They'll put in much effort everything to do over Arsenal. But Arsenal to just go into prove a point.
Okay.
So it's going to be they'll try to get a revenge over what happened because as we said the first leg it ended 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's at the Emirates Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So they also be looking forward to put revenge on them at the Tottenham Stadium. So, but all the same, I'll take over Arsenal over Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay, so we have unknown to chatting that hello, bro. I am a Barca fan. Just found your channel. Love from India. Thank you very much, unknown. But we would have know your name too. If you are still with us, let us know your name and shout out to you for joining the channel and for joining the community. We have Barca fan too. Who is a Barca fan too, but today he's we talk all sports sometimes when Barcelona is playing a tough team, we could actually also show it here, or we can also react to it here. And right now, Barca is building. Barca is building right now, so and they need a lot of money to build their team to be back to the Barca we used to know. Um, so, Eddie, so let me move to semi general view about the game. Sami, Tottenham versus Arsenal. This is a top notch. Well, you know, when it's come to London Derby, I don't talk much because I know what is at stake here. And for you, what's your general view about this game? On Sunday, it's coming on Sunday. That's going to be the last game on Sunday.
Yeah, so we are talking about the best team in London, which is Arsenal, with 13 trophies. That to Chelsea with 6 trophies. So you can see the difference. As an Arsenal fan, shout out to all Arsenal fans. Yeah, they are the best club in London. Yeah, so
No, I can't
looking at
agree to
Conte.
you that Arsenal is the
No,
best club in London.
I just put out facts. So if you have more trophies
Just
than them, why
if you
not?
have trophies in your house, just count it as Chelsea trophy. I don't know why
Yeah,
you
if
are
you have
arguing.
trophies more than Arsenal, then maybe you are the best. But Arsenal has trophies than you, so
It's time to argue, Sammy.
No,
yeah.
the Arsenal fan is not
No,
even the problem is Arsenal fan is not even mentioning it. City fan is mentioning it, and we are coming to Etihad Stadium. You see, that's why I just said
yeah.
no,
So
leave it for Arsenal fan. Let us battle it out in London. So okay, well, it's London derby. So if you are pouring it out, I understand. So let's go.
yeah, that that is the exciting thing about London derbies. Always London derby is an emotional derby where everyone pours their heart out. It's actually a
Yeah.
fight. It's a battle of emotions. Now looking at the form of Arsenal, we can see what Ateta has done with the team, even with the likes of their former captain Aubameyang, who was even dropped. Still, the team
Yeah.
came out and showed how qualified or how quality they have and depth. So shout outs to Arsenal fans. And looking at Tottenham, they have also done same because Conte came around, saw how poor the team was, managed to hold the team. They lost to a better side to Chelsea, and which is a good thing because you can't win against Chelsea with the current form that Chelsea has. So Conte too is also doing well with Tottenham. Now, judging from both sides, you can see that the first leg Arsenal beat Tottenham 3 goals to 1. Now with this one, Conte losing to Chelsea will actually spark more emotions. So I'm actually going to see. I think it's going to be a very tight game. And if you are someone who likes betting, it's better to go for both teams to score because each one will get a goal in this match.
Each one will get a goal in this match. That's your general view. Okay. So for me, as I always say, this is London Derby, and hey, it's going to be enjoyable because as a Chelsea fan, I'm standing behind watching both clubs to battle it out because I always know the sky is blue and London is blue. But for Tottenham and Arsenal to come into this game to battle it against each other, hey, I will just sit back and say, okay, now, Tottenham are not ready for trophies. So if they are ready, they will help Conte to get what they want for him to battle London derbies in Tottenham Sports Stadium. But for the last game, like Arsenal was able to battle a game against Liverpool in Anfield, the EFL Cup this midweek. The performance they showcased 10 men down and they were able to battle it out to goalless draw in Anfield was something amazing moving into this game because this game is a game, like Sami already said, it's a game of the heart. It's not a game of whether you are informed or not. hey, it's a game of the heart. But for Chelsea to beat Tottenham to 1-0 in their own home yard is something Tottenham is not going to sit and wait for London club to come again and beat them. It will be something something amazing for Arsenal. But hey, Conte will not allow that because he already coached Chelsea and know what is at stake in London derbies. So for him to lose two London derbies consecutively, he knows that he will be losing the hopes of the fans. He will be losing the trust of the fans. So he will do all it takes to win this game for Tottenham. He will do all it takes to win this game for Tottenham because as a new coach, if you're going to lose the hopes of the fan, wouldn't be very good for the fans or wouldn't be very good for him. And don't get me wrong, this is a but like Samir just said, both are going to get goals in this match, and we could see uh Arsenal benching their young players. Smith Rowe was benched. This guy, Odegaard, was benched in that game. And you could also see uh, their striker, what's the Nketiah strike in the in the EFL Cup, but Lacazette was playing behind him. But when they got the red card, they quickly removed Nketiah. And believe me, Aubameyang absence, they didn't miss Aubameyang for sure. And for them to bench these players, Smith Rowe was benched and Odegaard was benched. Hey, it's going to be very difficult derby in Tottenham Sports Stadium, and I can't say who is going to win it because I know when it comes to derby, I know what is at stake. If it was against Chelsea, I would have poured my heart out and said, "Hey, Chelsea is going to win it." But this derby is going to be very difficult because this is not Nuno again. This is Conte, and Conte has a kind of winning DNA in him. And if you don't outperform him, you cannot win. We all saw what he did against Liverpool. Liverpool, he would have won the game hands down, but hey, due to the club, to the players' shortage, players being taking responsibilities, they were able to draw that game. But hey, this is derby. I expect Tottenham to do more in this game. So I'm moving on to Pandy, Peter, you are representing Arsenal here, and you could
Yeah.
see, yes, you could see them like they are very. What am I going to say? This is a London derby. This is a game that we all expect them to do more because the performance they put out the EFL was absolutely amazing. And
Yeah.
moving another away again to perform in London derby against Tottenham. And these small boys, you see, Martinelli was there, but he couldn't do much because Martinelli is a player who put pressure. And this one is going to be Martinelli against Smith Royal. And Martinelli has been very brilliant in the wings for Arsenal. And even considering their last two games, look at the performance he put out there, even scoring a goal. Xhaka also came on scoring a goals for Arsenal, but the red card affected them. Xhaka went out early. We don't know whether it's injury or not. These upfront players of Arsenal will be disturbing Tottenham, considering the
Yes.
fact that Atete also know how to play back three. Because when they got the red card, he quickly switched back. He quickly switched to back three, and Conte is the master of back three. These two coaches meeting. What do you think about them?
Conte needs to build up confidence in his Tottenham stay. He needs to prove to them that he's really a manager that can provide good results for them. Because considering losing against Chelsea twice in a row, it's not something that will encourage the management, or that will not give encouragement to the fans as well going into play against Arsenal. So Conte will put out his best to play against Arsenal to get a win. But he shouldn't forget that we have the best youngsters in the Premier League right now. We have players that are building up, players that are coming up, and they are proving that they can be able to bring out results if they are given the opportunity. So Smith Rose, Saka, and then some of our youngsters will be able to produce as much as we can. So Tottenham will find it difficult, but Arsenal will definitely prevail in this game. That's what I think.
Mhm. Arsenal will definitely prevail in this game. So Arsenal prevailing in this game. Is it not something that is it because you are supporting Arsenal here or because of their performance?
No, when you check through the current progress of Arsenal, you know
Mhm.
that definitely Arsenal will be able to get a good result out of Tottenham. Even though Tottenham will give the best of football, they will try to play counter attacks with Hurricane and Co. They will try to defend as well, but our youngsters will be able to provide the good results for the team. And also, they've the players felt very bad losing out of the FA Cup, so
Yeah.
they will want to get something to boost their morale and also give the fans hope that they are really sorry about their performance in the FA Cup, but they can also produce as they want them to produce in the Premier League by winning against a London rival. So that will be something that will amaze the fans. That will be something that will also encourage the fans to give them the maximum support that they need. So Arsenal will put through the game actively. The Tottenham will not find it easy. The guys will not play as if they are young boys. They will play out their heart to make sure that they get a win and also please the fans.
Mhm. So Sammy, let me move back to your last question or and also your dissing before we move to Chelsea City game. So this game, this is a game that you said is a game of the heart. Like it doesn't matter the form you are, but don't you think Arsenal have upper hand in this game?
Yeah, so as
Because uh okay, you can
fantastic
continue.
Arsenal said, looking at the progress of Arsenal is better on paper.
Hmm.
It's clear that Arsenal should dominate and win the game because from games to games, Arsenal keep on showing that fighting character, keep on showing that now they have that mentality of winning. We saw it with Liverpool. On a normal day, Arsenal would have conceded, if not less than 6 goals with a
Yeah.
red card that early. But Ateta and his boys are showing that, see, guys, it's high time we also show the world what we can do. And definitely, the boys are listening to Ateta and they are doing what he says. So
Yeah.
now the mentality holding Liverpool to a 0-0 nil and coming to uh, Tottenham with
Yeah.
11 players is enough for us now. They are actually going to prove, they are going to fight on. But as I said earlier on, they are also going to face a team where the coach is mentally strong. That is
Yeah.
Conte. So, sometimes you can be really, really good, but the coach, the drive and the force, how he pushed the guys to is very important. So that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at both teams to score, but on any day, on paper, Arsenal should be the victors.
So on paper, Arsenal should be the victors. So now this is a game that we have been waiting for. Okay, this
Okay.
is yeah, this is the game we've been waiting for. This is the game that we are expected to go in with. I don't know. To be frank, this is an City Chelsea. City Chelsea is a game that we are expecting to come on early on Saturday, first match of the Premier League fixtures. And this is a tough match. This is a battle that will show whether City will keep on winning or will keep their way of or will be able to win the title. This is just a title decider for City. If they win this game, it means that no one can chase them with the title again because they will extend their lead to 13 points. But if they are unable to win it and Chelsea win this game, it will mean that the points will reduce to 7 again. So, and if points are shared, it will still remain the same thing. What do you think about this game, City Chelsea, in the Etihad Sports Stadium? And before you continue, let me just give you this scenario. Let me just give you this information about these two clubs. So this is their 50th game to play in Premier League. Okay, in the first 24 games, City were able to just win three games against Chelsea, and in their last 20 games, City are able to win 12 of it. I don't know whether you get what I mean. So it means that this later part, City are doing very well than Chelsea. And we also saw how Pep Guardiola handled Chelsea. And let and also City after winning 4 goals against Liverpool in 2020 Premier League, who was European champions, and also winning 1 goal to nil in the first leg of the Premier League against Chelsea. This is going to be their third win in all competition against European champions. So they are looking forward to get a win here. Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling have already scored 49 Premier League goals in Etihad Sports Stadium. He's looking forward to make it 50 and will be the second player to make it 50 in Etihad Sports Stadium aside from Sergio Aguero. I don't know whether you are getting my answer, so that you will have a lot of this thing for us to go on. But the most interesting thing about this fixture is that Chelsea won the same fixture last season, 2 goals to 1 against Manchester City. If they are able to win today's game, will be their third third consecutive win against City in their own sports stadium. Because last season they win over there. This season, if they are going to win over there, and also this history tells us that City is for about 11 Premier League games. City have been winning about 11 Premier League goals. City have won it all, 11 Premier League consecutively right now, and this is going to be their 50th, their fifth 11th Premier League win in a row. So, and the most interesting thing is that two London clubs, those 11 wins have ended in City home sports stadium. 3 of them have ended over there. And two London clubs have stopped City in their 11th Premier League wins. That is West Ham and also Tottenham. And now they are playing against another London side in their 11th Premier League game. So don't you think Chelsea will be able to stop them again? Because the third one was against United. United stopped their 11th consecutive win. So this all history tells us that they have the opportunity to proceed, but a London club stopped them twice. So, and Chelsea is a London club, and they are going into this game. Don't you think Chelsea will be able to stop them in this game? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I think his line is.
Yeah, is it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. This game is actually exciting as the statistics and the history given shows that it's actually one of the exciting matches we have to watch. But as a City fan right now, I'm just hoping that what happened in 2019 will repeat itself as in
Wow.
City scoring Chelsea 6 goals to 0, which was one of the happiest
Classic
games of my life.
Chelsea.
No, that was
Yeah,
under
so we
Sarri. That was under Sarri.
Oh,
One
it
of
doesn't
the
matter. It's still history.
one of the proudest moments in history.
It's history. It doesn't matter who it was under. What we know
Okay.
is that City disciplined Chelsea 6 goals to 0. And looking at this match, we've seen that Mahrez is not going to be included because he has left for the AFCON. But with the kind of depth that City we have, it actually will not affect us in any way. That is the kind of City, the kind of team we are talking about. Now, looking at Chelsea, Chelsea has good depth. Chelsea has a good team. And Chelsea actually was the only team for some time who could actually come boldly and say they can stop City because of the kind of tactics Tuchel was playing. It was very difficult to win against Chelsea. Very, very difficult. And even when we all realized the final match, Champions League, we saw how Chelsea scored 1 goal and won the Champions League. But fast forward, we've seen that Guardiola is not a lazy coach. Guardiola learns a lot. Guardiola is, I can say, the best coach in the world. The best coach who have ever graced the football game. He knows when, how, what to do at every given time. And he came back, and we saw the first leg, City winning 1-0 at the bridge. Now coming to Etihad, as I said, it's going to be a very emotional game for Raheem Sterling, who is looking for his 50th goal. It's also going to be an emotional game for Chelsea, trying to stop the winning streak of Man City. But as a Chelsea, as a Man City fan, we know what our team can do on every day, on every time at the Etihad, in front of the fans, shouting the City anthem, shouting the City name. And it's going to be a very beautiful match. Yes, of course, Chelsea will try to play some very, very important tricks on City, but as it stands now, we are going to come out all clean. We're going to teach Chelsea a lesson, and I'm hoping, as I said, what happened in 2019 will repeat itself to give
This,
damage to Chelsea and show why we are the league leaders consecutively.
For sure. So, Eddie, I'm moving to you. So, what's your general view about this game? So, you are also in United. You are also over there, United with City. Maybe you might know. So, what's this game? What's your expectation? What do you think will happen in this game? Your general view.
All right, so without much ado, in a game like this, City against Chelsea, you could see anytime these two clubs meet, it's always bloody. It's always a tough match. You could see if that's like what Sam just analyzed over there. You could see City lost the Champions League title to that was Chelsea, and afterwards you see how like the way they've developed over this season. It's so amazing, and you could see this time around it's like they are fighting for the title this time around, and Chelsea is also fighting to also like to reduce the gap in between them. So this time around, City has to fight all out. They are fighting everything out. Because if they lose this match, it means, as we said, it will be like with only 7 points. And with the 7 points, there will be a hope of Chelsea or either Liverpool catching up with them to give them a tough time. But if they're able to win against Chelsea, that's on Sunday, they've already won the title. So City will be playing everything out, everything out. If I say everything, like everything out. So Chelsea shouldn't just go in the match to expect nothing less. It's going to be a tough game for Thomas Tuchel and his boys. And you could say they have all the players, even from bench and everything. Everything speaks in favor of Man City. So it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. But by the end of the day, City will win. City will win. Either 2-1 or 2-1.
Okay, so Peter.
Yeah, City. This game will be a little bit difficult for Chelsea, not for City. Because Chelsea will want to fight for a win, and Man City will be relaxed to get the win. Because they will want to win, but they will not push as hard as Chelsea. So Chelsea will be exposed in the game for Manchester City to be able to get the opportunity to punish them for that. So I think Manchester City, with all their players back except Mahrez, I think they'll be able to pull out some wonderful performance. Even though they were not able to get a lot of goals as expected in their last match, they only scored 4, but they will be able to score Chelsea more than 1 goal to 0 in this game.
Okay. Yeah. So right now, we could see like the COVID situation in City. Maybe most of them are back, most of them are not. But even Pep Guardiola himself have tested positive, and currently, as it stands, we don't know yet whether all of them are back. And now the COVID situation, they said 7 days you can reach test. If it is negative, you can join your teammate. So if everything is well with City, do you think Pep Guardiola will still go ahead to use his best 11 who were affected in the COVID, or he will rest most of them for this game?
He already played them last few days. That was 2 days ago. He played all of them. I think it was just a warm up for them to play. So he's able to assess. So he's able to assess the the formation he will use against Chelsea, so that he'll be able to get a lot of goals. This is the time he needs a lot of points, because coming next month, Champions League will start. So if he's able to get a lot of points now, and then during the Champions League season, he's able to lose, maybe draw, lose 2 points or 3 points, it will not affect him that much. So for him to get a points now will be on an advantage side for him. So Chelsea, he will definitely go for a win, but he will not risk everything for the win. But Chelsea will want to go in fully for the win. But as we know, there's no Christiansen. Okay, but Thiago Silva is in, so but all the same, they are. I cannot say bunch of dead wolves because he's doing well, but they will be able to. But with the sharp attack of Man City with Jesus, and they will be able to get a goal or more goals at Chelsea for Chelsea.
Okay. So for me, as I said, I will always stand for Chelsea no matter how the situation is. And Chelsea, for the past five Premier League games, we've gone with or for the past 12 Premier League games, we went there with just one loss in the Premier League. The rest maybe draw and all that. But hey, this always show how defensively Chelsea is. For the defensively, Chelsea is very strong, and our defense is the least conceded goals in the Premier League, or even this season in all competition. Chelsea defense is the least conceded goals, and even when City came to Chelsea in the Stamford Bridge, City managed to only get one goal out. They were in control of the game, to be honestly, they were in control of the game, but they were not able to break the defense over there. Only one goal they were able to get through. And hey, the team is also coming, but we see our midfielders, they are back and they are doing very well. And for the past 3 games in all competition, Chelsea have won it all. So the winning mentality is back. So going into this game, Chelsea is not just going to defend over there. They are going there to also fight for the title. They know what is at stake here, because if you lose or draw the game, it means that the points will still be matched and it still be open for Chelsea. And remember, this time around, we have a lot of options going through. Tuchel can decide to go for 3 back, or he can decide to go for 4 back against Tottenham. We saw how the 4 back worked perfectly for Chelsea. So as it stands, what was the name? Club Guardiola is a wonderful coach. He's a well taught class coach, everyone knows it, and you can't take it away from him. But what will be going through his mind, whether Chelsea will go for four back or not? Because before going into that game, you need to analyze your opponent. You need to analyze your opponent before game, even though he has all the world class footballers over there. But hey, one thing you should also understand is this season their defense have also been breached for a number of clubs. Uh, Team like Aston Villa going there to get the win. Team like what do you call it? Tottenham also getting a win against them is something that is encouraging Chelsea players to also go there and get that kind of win. And if history serves us right, we know that it's always difficult facing City in the Etihad Stadium. But hey, we can equally go there and get the win for ourselves, even though we have Christensen being tested for COVID, and also our wing backs who face them in the first leg are not there, like Ben Chilwell and also Rhys James is not there. So it's going to be very difficult for Chelsea in the Etihad Stadium. But at the end of the day, I expect Chelsea to get the 3 points or just get the 1 point for us, and we are going. We go. For me, that's my thought about the game. I know City is great in all indication, but hey, Premier League is always where there are full of surprises. No one thought Arsenal could have drawn 9 men against 10 in Anfield. So it's always something that I thought going into the game with a right mentality, with a winning mentality that is now installed back into Chelsea team, they won't just come out there empty-handed. For me,
It's very
you
nice.
get
It's very nice you have that perception. I just want to tell you that if Chelsea plays three back, if they play four back, if they play eight back, whatever happens, they are going to receive goals. The first leg, we realized that our creative midfielder, that is no other person than De Bruyne, was nowhere
De
to be
Bruyne,
found because he
the
was
man
injured.
himself.
Now,
yeah.
De Bruyne
So
is the
before
one
you
thing.
continue about De Bruyne, let me remind you, De Bruyne have been able to score 4 goals against Chelsea in Premier League. So maybe probably this game he will be looking, and for the last his last 4 games against Chelsea in Premier League, he's been able to score 4 goals. So it means that he'll be looking forward to score another goal, his fifth goal and fifth meeting against Chelsea. So you can continue now. I
So
just want you to know.
all the pains that Chelsea caused De Bruyne is always in his head, and he's always looking to revenge and show you why he deserves to be in the best team. Now, De Bruyne is available, ready to shoot, ready to cause an assist. We have the likes of Bernardo Silva, which this season everybody knows that he has been phenomenal. He has been dangerous
yeah.
and good. Yeah, of course, I can't say so much about Jesus, but he's still a target to watch out for. Then when it comes to our defense, yes, we've had some loopholes, but aside that, we've had amazing defense with our goalkeeper. We are solid. We've seen the likes of Cancelo, who has actually set so many records in the Premier League, causing so many assists. So this game, and as you rightfully said, you don't have the right backs. They are not
You go
available,
with that.
especially
The
the
wing backs,
person
yeah.
that I really love. The person I really love in Chelsea, that is Ben Chilwell. He is one of the exceptional players that he can score for you and he can also defend for you. But it's good news for us. And as I said, I'm just hoping that what happened in 2019 will repeat itself. We show the dominant power for Chelsea.
But it's not good yet because Kennedy is back. Kennedy has been called back for that. But the only issue is that for Tuchel, he would like Kennedy to adapt into the team before he uses him. So definitely,
Yeah.
I think Marcus Alonso will just be playing the wing back. And one thing about Marcus Alonso when he's playing wing back for Chelsea is that just know that the offensive is going to be attacking. You should just know. So for me, I think our left side will be very threatening than the right side because Aspilicueta doesn't like moving in too much. Aspilicueta doesn't like that. And for someone like, as I said, you just mentioned him, Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is someone, if he's going to be that side, he will force Alonso to pull back. because Bernardo Silva has been brilliant both in midfield and both in wings. So it's going to be very, very difficult match to handle City in the Etihad Sports Stadium. But hey, at the end of the day, the mentality always counts because City, as we said the last match, Pep Guardiola wasn't in the stance for them, and right now he's coming back for them. It's also something that can be encouraging for Chelsea. We don't know yet what the test is going to be like, what their thesis is going to be. Even though I heard like they used, I didn't watch their last match, so I didn't even know whether he used them in their last match. But hey, it's something that I always say games of this nature is not all about the form. It's not all about the tactics you are showing, but your players putting the character and the composure in the game will finally speak for you in the game. And for me, for the past three games, Chelsea have shown that for that they can compete with City. And right now, as we speak, the defense have no problem because getting a clean sheet against Tottenham home and away is something moving forward. And my problem also I have with ourselves is Kepa on post for us because City have someone like De Bruyne who always shoot from distance, and Kepa has proven that he can be there for Chelsea, but long distance shot hasn't been tested that much this since he has getting the post for Chelsea. So let's see what the game is going to bring us. For me, I think all I wish all of them best, and at the end of the day, the best team should win, and Chelsea should be the best team. To my own point of view as a Chelsea fan. So
It's going to shock you that day.
Eddie, yes, your last words. It's tomorrow early game. Your last words for this game and your prediction for those who are betting before we close for because we'll be going for the Ghana game. It's going to start at 9 here and it's already 7:23. So maybe we'll start it early at 8:20 because we delayed a little bit. So your last words.
So my last one is I'll tell Pep Guardiola not to think too much, not to think outside the box.
I even forget about that. You shouldn't think outside the box.
Outside the box, you just play his normal way of play. That's my advice for him. And in this match, you expect over 2.5 and City win over 2.5.
City winning over 2.5. Sammy, your last words and your prediction in the game.
Yeah, so to all my City fans out there, we are at Etihad and we will teach Chelsea a lesson. Honestly, it will be my dream come. It will be my dream if what repeated in 2019 happens. That's dismantling Chelsea 6-0. But I don't see that happening. But I see City winning to 2-1.
So, Pandey, your last in this game.
Yeah, I think City have the upper hand in this game, so they'll be able to win at least. I'll stand by Sammy on this one, 2-1.
2-1. So for me, as Sammy said, the 2019 one should be repeated 6-1. And believe me or not, if history is going to repeat itself, the immediate history should repeat. Chelsea winning in Etihad Stadium 2-1 against City is something I always look forward for it to repeat here, to repeat again tomorrow. And hey, don't mind me. As Eddie, I was expecting you because City is always your rival. I was expecting you to be my side, but you decide to go with your rival. I'm not going to blame you for that. But hey,
Don't get me wrong. City is my rival, but this time I'm not playing against City. It's the other opponent. So I should support.
yes,
There's a saying that if you can't beat them, join them.
Join them.
okay. So
That's
I
what
understand.
happened.
Okay, I understand. I understand why Eddie is joining you right now. But in all indication, it's going to be a beautiful game. It's going to be an intense game, and we are going to show it. We're going to react to it tomorrow. So just be part of the community. And tomorrow we are going to show it live. We're going to show maybe the Tottenham game and also United game because Eddie is here. We are going to react to all of them tomorrow. So I know the guys are prepared to join us. And remember, the AFCON Cup of Nations, Ghana will be playing in maybe 1 hour 30 minutes time. We will be on Facebook live reacting to this game. And hey, guys, if you don't have anything to say again, I think it's good we end here. And guys, if remember, if you just join us and you are new, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and be part of this amazing community. So that anytime we upload or we come live, you'll be the first person to join us with your comments. Thank you very much. Guys, is there anything to add or subtract? All right, so everyone is good. Everyone is good, and thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for your time. And I will see you in Ghana. Sammy, I think you will be there, right? Because yesterday comments show that they need you in today's match analysis, and Ado will also join us. Sammy, Eddie has this thing, right?
Da.
All right, so thank you guys for joining us, and
Cannot be
until next
available.
week. Yeah.